Hello, very good evening to all of you. Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you're joining us today. But it's a good evening in India. Am I audible? If I'm audible, if you could, uh, give me a thumbs up or a yes in the comment section, I'd be, that'll be helpful. Because typically it's the other way around. I'm the person who is telling the facilitators if they're audible or not. But because there's no facilitator today, so I'm just asking you if I'm audible. Okay, Cheshta ma'am says I'm audible. Great, thank you, thanks a lot. Um, Okay, so the reason why we're doing this session is over the last few months, or rather weeks, we've seen a lot of teachers reaching out to us in terms of asking how how should they be using MyCENTA, which are the sections that they should be looking at, and how they should use it to interact with other teachers, how they should be using it to scout for different learning resources, uh, you know how if they're looking for some quick questions, how they should go about that. So that's the reason we thought that we'll do a series of sessions over the next few weeks, in which we will have a bunch of teachers coming together, and we will together, you and me together, we'll explore my Senta in detail. So those of you who've been attending our other sessions for teachers from the webinar series, this session is going to be slightly different. Here you're not just going to be listening to what the facilitator is saying. Rather, this is going to be more of us doing stuff together. So I'll start, and then you can follow suit, and together we will explore my Senta in detail and see how it can be used effectively by you on a daily basis, and the benefits that you can get from out of it. So let's get started. um, good evening, Manjula ma'am. Wonderful to have you with us. There are 300 people watching this session live, which is good, and I suppose a lot more will join as we move ahead. So just a quick overview of what we do at Senta first. So let me just share my screen, and is my screen visible? This is the screen that you were seeing, when I was not there, or the session hadn't started. So is the screen visible? If you could give me a yes or no. Mm, uh, Good evening, Mohammed sir. Yeah, is my screen visible? Could you give me a yes or no? That'll be helpful. Yes, Yogita ma'am says yes. Okay, fantastic. Great. So yeah, this is the agenda for today's session. Uh, Before I get started, just a quick, overview of what we do at Senta. Senta, as you know, for the benefit of those who have joined us for the first time, is an acronym for Center for Teacher Accreditation. And we aim and aspire towards making teaching an aspirational profession by assessing and certifying the competencies of teachers, connecting them to great career opportunities, rewarding them, recognizing them, celebrating them, and also supporting their professional development in the whole, during the course of the whole journey. And we also, at the same time, help schools and school systems attract, develop, grow, and retain excellent teachers. And all of this, a combination of both these things on the teacher side and the school side, leads to what we call a virtuous cycle, whereby what happens is more and more teachers are motivated to improve their competencies, and aspiring teachers who are yet, or students who are yet to become teachers, they start seeing teaching as a valid career option. And what it results in is a fundamental improvement in the quality of education. So that's the virtuous cycle that we talk about in all our conversations with all stakeholders, with teachers, with parents, with schools, and this is what we talk about. So if you look at it, it's a cycle whereby one part of it is the certification, which teachers take up. Certified teachers get opportunities, and these opportunities could be placements, a salary differential, a suitable role, a suitable promotion, a job, a good job change for the better, international careers, international exposure, and so forth. And what happens, because a set of teachers get these opportunities, is more and more people, or more and more teachers, are compelled to improve their competencies in a bid to get these opportunities. So that's the cycle. That's how the cycle moves. And what it results is a fund results in is what I said, a fundamental and sustained improvement in the quality of education which students receive. So that's how the cycle moves. I'm just going to have another screen open, just for me to see if things are moving fine. I'll just have another screen open. Kindly bear with me. Okay, great. So that's how it moves. Now, yeah. So. There's no voice clarity. The slides are not clear. Okay. Okay. Let me. Okay. I just saw the message. I'll try and increase the size of the picture. Is that better now? Yeah. Okay. Sure. So that was the fundamental, improvement or improvement in teach, the virtuous cycle that I was talking about. Um, so yeah. So in case you, did was I audible? Okay. It's Sejal ma'am says it's still not clear. Okay, but that's fine. As long as you heard me, that's completely all right. And we'll just move on to the next part of the session. And let's get started. It's already 6 minutes past 5, so I think we should just get started. So what I would request you to do is open this link, which is m.centa.org/pwa/sign up from your mobile browser. So I'm just gonna ask you to open this link, and I will also paste that link in the comment section in here, so that it's easier, rather the live chat section, so that it's easier for for all of you. So yes, Gitanka ma'am, I've sent the link in the chat section. So yes, I'll send across the PPT after the session. Not a problem at all. Um, so what I would request you to do is, how many of you have already used MyCENTA before? If you could type in like a yes or a no in the chat section, that will be helpful for me to pace the session. And for those of you who've already used MyCENTA, you just need to sign in. You don't need to sign up on the in the session. That's how the app works. And for those of you who haven't used MyCENTA yet, you'll have to sign up. So okay, I see a few no's, couple of yeses. Okay, so let me do this. Let me also connect my mobile to the screen, so that you are also, you can see what I'm doing. So I'll just connect my mobile to the screen. Just give me 1 second. So those of you saying that they haven't used MyCENTA before, if you don't have, a MyCENTA account, it is free. It's a free app. It's free for use. Please, sign up on MyCENTA by providing in the requisite information, and you'll get an OTP on your phone in case you are someone who has, who's joining us from India. In case you are joining us from abroad, you'll get an OTP on your email address. It's very simple to sign up or sign into the app. And in case you're already a MyCENTA user and you don't remember your username or password, please use the forgot username password option, or try signing and using a one-time password on your email address or mobile number. No, the Lakshmi ma'am, because you've already signed up on MyCENTA, so you need not sign up again. You can simply sign in. Okay. So I'm going to start sharing my mobile screen, and I'm going to stop sharing this screen. I'm going to share my mobile screen now. So just give me a second. Right. Now, is my mobile screen visible to all of you? If you're able to see my mobile screen, please type in a yes. Shofia ma'am says yes. I'm assuming this is for my mobile screen. Okay. Okay, sure, sure. Great, great. So all of you have signed up or signed into MyCENTA, I'm assuming. And those of you who haven't, please take your time. You can watch the recording after the session and sign up at your own pace. That's not an issue at all. Um, so um, so first and foremost, there's a question that we get often is how I'm not able to locate my Senta on Google Play Store, or I'm not able to locate my Senta on an Apple Store. In case for those of you, like me, are using an Apple device, so that's because my Senta as an app is fundamentally different. It's what we call a progressive web app. It opens in your mobile browser, but it behaves like an app once you've pinned it to your home screen. Now, for those of you who are using it on an Android phone, or who are signing up for the first time, when you sign up or open m.centa.org in your mobile browser, it'll give you an option. Do you want to pin or add this app to your home screen? And once you do that, it's going to be pinned to your home screen and it's going to behave like any other app. So, remember the link m.centa.org. That's it. That's what you have to keep in mind. Nothing else. m.centa.org. No need to go to Google Play Store. No need to go to an Apple Store or App Store in an iPhone. All you need to do is m.centa.org from your mobile browser, and then that's it. You're good to go. So yeah, so now I'm gonna sign in to my app. So I've just opened it. In fact, I'm already signed in. So for the benefit of those who have not signed in again, this is what signed in thus far. This is what you see, and I remember my username, so I'm gonna put in my username and password in here, and I'm gonna put in my password. Right. So that's that's it, and we are in my center now. So link Halima ma'am is m.centa.org. That's the link. So that's this is where we are. We are on my center now. Now the next thing that we see is a screen, a colorful screen with a few banners, with a few icons on it, and this is what we call the home screen of my center. And so this is basically the section where I think for those of you who have who've been using our app regularly, you see the screen on a regular basis, and you would see that someday some banner is there, or the other day there's some other banner, and and all of that. So mm, Tanishka ma'am says done the sign in. What next now? Yeah, so ma'am, we are gonna do it step by step. So in case you've signed in, and we're gonna be using other sections of the app, so you could stay back and look at the other sections. So yeah, so this is what we call the home screen of the app. The top section on it is called the webinars. Right now it's webinars. So those of you who have been regular participants in our webinar series, you would remember that you would know that since the lockdown began in March, we've been doing a webinar almost every Thursday. And we've done webinars on communication, on online teaching, math. We've done Sanskrit and mathematics. That was the one that was what we did yesterday, and something which all of you liked. So we've been doing webinars on a bunch of topics, and this is the section where you will be able to see all the webinars that we've done over the last few months. And of course, those the webinars have passed. You won't be able to register for those webinars, but you can always come back and see the recording on our YouTube channel. So this is the section on which this is the section from where you can register for one of our webinars. So so first, the first one is, let's just say, I like the webinar. It says that it's going to be talking about Google Forms for evaluation, and it's scheduled for 15th October 2020. And I think that I am interested in this webinar. So I'm going to click on it, and it tells me a little more details about who is going to be facilitating the webinar, and when it's going to happen. So the next thing I want to do is I want to register for the session. So I will click on the express interest button, and what is going to happen is it's going to open up a page where I get a little more details about what the webinar is, when it is scheduled for, what's the time it is scheduled for, and so forth. And uh, yeah, so the next thing is I put in some details about myself, such as my name, mobile, and email address. Uh, and I'm just gonna put in my email address as well, and I am gonna say that I am a teacher at Senta. Let's assume, and I'm just gonna register myself, and so that's it. That's that simple. Uh, so um, so yeah, so that's how you can register for the session, for the webinars, and you would have used the same drill to register for this session, a bunch of you. So that's how the first part of it is. It's I mean it's quite simple. You need to play around with the home screen, and you can just get that out of the way. So that's the first part of it. Now let's see. In some days you'll see a new banner which will say talk about a quiz of the week, or it's going to talk about a course that we're offering, or it may talk about say say master class that we're going to be doing. So there'll be different things. So right now the second banner, it says that there's a blog, and some teacher, and the teacher's name is Miss Anju Priya from St. Peter's Senior Secondary School in Khaderappa, has contributed a blog, and this has been featured as the blog of the week. So you just click on that, and what's going to happen is the blog is going to open up. So this is in a way, this is connected to the blog section in the app. So those of you, the poets, the writers, and amongst all of you who feel that you would want your writings, your poems, and articles featured on the MyCENTA app, so that it's shared with 160,000 teachers from across the country, please mail us, mail us your article, please mail us your writings at team@centa.org, and we will feature them in the blog section of the app. So yeah, so that's the blog section. So this was the blog of the week. As you see, you can read the blog. If you like it, you can uh, comment, put in your comments, start a discussion with the person who has written the blog, and so forth. So that was the second banner. So right now we're just exploring the home screen, and we'll come to the other sections later. And the next part of the home screen currently says new opportunities, which are the opportunities in case there are some of you who are looking for careers, or you're looking to shift careers, or you are looking for a new opportunity for yourself. This is the section that you need to you should keep an eye on, because from regularly we keep on adding new opportunities on MyCENTA. So right, as so you see this opportunity from an organization called Practically, and similarly there's an opportunity from an organization called Mastery. And in case you feel that this is an online opportunity, this is something that you are excited about, you can open up that opportunity by simply clicking on it. You'll see the details of the opportunity. Your details, such as your name, email address, are already going to be filled in, and all you need to do is click on the apply button, and that's it. Your interest is recorded, and we will share your interest with the recruiter, which is Mastery in this case, and you will soon hear from them in a day or two about the next steps. So yeah, so there are certain criteria that each organization has in terms of the basic cutoff that they're expecting, or certain competencies that they want teachers to have. You'll hear from them on that. And also what happens is, as soon as you apply for an opportunity, you'll get an email from us, an automated email, which will tell you that what are the next steps in the opportunity, and how it's going to go about and everything. And also it's very important to note that, in case you are looking for opportunities actively, then it is quite crucial to make sure that you have your resume uploaded in the MyCENTA my profile section in MyCENTA. So how you do that is, on the top right corner of your screen, you'll see three buttons. We call that a hamburger, menu, but we can call it whatever. You see three buttons. You click on settings, and within settings, you'll see another thing called My Profile. So you're gonna click on My Profile from there, and this is where the section where some of your contact details appear. Of course, we're trying to make this section look more better, and we're going to be we're making changes in the app on a weekly basis, so we're going to be improving the look and feel of this section as well. So on your resume, you'll see a resume button there, and when you click on that, you can scroll down and upload a resume from your phone. So you see the upload resume button, and that's what you need to click on to upload your resume. So if you are applying for an opportunity, please always make sure that you have your resume uploaded on MyCENTA, so that it becomes easier for the teacher for the recruiters to reach out to you, and take the next steps in the opportunity, take the opportunity forward. So that's one important thing you should always remember. So we've covered the new opportunities in there, and the next is, again, it's similar to the what do we say the webinars, whereby you can simply click on the workshop, and you can register for it. Similarly, as you can see, we have a webinar series from Tata Institute of Social Sciences going on. We are collaborating with them on Tata Institute of on a series on mental health, and you could register for that from here. Similarly, we have a quiz of the week every week. So yeah, Tanisha ma'am is saying resume and profile is confidential, only visible to My Center people. Yes, that's right, ma'am. So your resume is not visible to anyone else except us. So yeah. So so this is as you see, the quiz of the week. So for those of you who have been using My Center regularly, would be noticing that we make a new quiz available for our teacher community every week. And what you do is, you it's always accessible from the home screen. You just click on the banner, and the questions appear. You can take the questions, and you can immediately get a score after the quiz is over. So so there's a question which says, which of the following is not a feature of command economy? So I'm just gonna put in a random guess, and maybe you guys can play along with me. So yeah, so then immediately after that, you get a detailed explanation of what what is the correct answer, and why is that a correct answer, and so forth. Similarly, as you can see, I got my answer wrong, so it will tell me what is the correct answer and why is that a correct answer. So then I can go to the next question, and again, this is a question on economics. Again, I'm just going to take a guess here, and again, I'm going to get an answer. So yeah, I mean, all of you are welcome to play along, but I'm just going to rush because we have lots to cover, and it's just a 1.5 hour long session. So yeah, Tanisha ma'am, thank you for that. Yeah, as ma'am is saying, it's not an app. You can create a shortcut icon on the home screen, or simply open it from Google or Safari. That's how it works. Yes, yes, there's a feedback form. We will be sharing it around 6:15. So yeah, so you can fill that in and get the acknowledgement record. So, Mehak ma'am, the email address that you should be sending your queries or your articles or blog is team@centa.org, team@centa.org. The app link, there's no app link, ma'am. It's just m.centa.org from your mobile browser. That's it. You just sign in or sign up, and you can be where we are right now. Mizan, it's not an app. It's m.centa.org. That's the link. Uh, Shivaraj sir says, is there any branch of Senta in other places? No, sir. No, we have a community of teachers from across the country, but we're just based out of Bangalore. So I'm just looking for other questions. Mm, okay. AS Galaglicar is saying, I'm not able to sign in. Is it okay that I do it afterwards? Absolutely. Not an issue at all. Please do it at your own pace. The video is going to be there on YouTube. You can always come back and watch it. So, Yogita ma'am is saying that we've been particular about acknowledgement certificates. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Okay, so let's move on to the other part of the app. So we've just quickly taken a look at the home screen of MyCENTA. Now let's get to the other sections of the app as well. Now, Padmaja ma'am, the quiz banner is at the is at on the home screen itself. You scroll down, you'll see the quiz of the week. We'll also come to the other sections of the app as well, and you'll find the quizzes there. So that was the home screen. I'm just gonna quickly recap webinars, opportunities, banners, and each of these banners denote different things. Some days it could be a blogs, other days it could be a quiz, other days it could be some other days it could be some courses that we are giving, workshops that we are running, webinars that we are doing, and so forth. So let's go to the other sections of the app quickly. Now, on the bottom bar of the app, you'll see 4 buttons: home, careers, learning, and forum. So these are, these denote some of the sections in the app. And if you see the left menu, you click on the three button icon on the top right corner, you'll see the left menu, and that's the place where we see the other sections of the app, such as get certified, my registrations, my submissions, my performance reports, my achievements, my orders, quizzes and surveys, my center blog, my center points, news and events, and so forth. Shambhavi ma'am, yes, you are going to be getting an acknowledgement record for this. Venkatesh sir, yes, I'm going to come to the My Center forum in a few minutes. We will do that. Runa ma'am, how to log in? Runa ma'am, open m.centa.org from your mobile browser and sign up. Or if you don't have an account yet, please sign up. And if you have an account, just sign into the app. Uh, Akshini ma'am, yes ma'am, Akshini ma'am, please feel free to leave. Yes, today's session is all about MyCENTA. We are just going to be seeing the different components of the MyCENTA app. That's it. We are not going to be covering, it's not about mathematics, science, or the regular sessions that we have today. Is just going to be on MyCENTA. So in case you feel that you would want to leave, absolutely, you could do that, ma'am. So so quickly, these are the different sections in the app. So the first section is called the Get Certified section, and the Get Certified section is basically the section where you can register for different assessments that we offer at Senta. And so it's bunch of you know about the Teaching Professionals Olympiad, which is our international competition for teachers. And the teaching quotient, again, it's an online assessment of the basic fundamental competencies of teaching. So in case you are interested to achieve for to appear for these competitions, this is the section that you need to go to. You will find all details about the competition, the format, the syllabus, the stages, the pattern, all of that. And you can register for for the competition from here itself. So that's what the Get Certified section is. And for those of you, I saw one question about how what's the last date to register for the TPO. Just a quick thing on that, ma'am. The TPO, as you would have heard this year, we've changed the pattern completely because of the coronavirus pandemic. What we've done is we've made the TPO a completely online experience for teachers. So unlike last 5 years where you had to go to a test center to take up the test, it's not going to be that. You you can take the test from the comfort of your home itself. All you need to do is register. There are 2 stages to the test. Take the first stage anytime, anywhere, at your convenience, from wherever you want, which subject you want to do it. Take that. The top 5,000 people who qualify for that test are going to be eligible for the TPO finals. And and the TPO finals are going to happen in the month of January this year. That again is going to be fully online. And we have every year we have a bunch of exciting prizes for our teachers. So keep an eye on that. So I'm not going to go into the details. This is not a session on TPO. So I'm just going to quickly rush through the other sessions. Um, I saw a question on Sanskrit here. So we don't have a Sanskrit language webinar, sir, but we had a session yesterday on what the relevance of Sanskrit texts to contemporary school mathematics is, and that session is available on YouTube. So I would encourage that you take a look at that session in case you are interested. So yeah. So that was on the TPO. Now the next question, so the next section rather is the my registration section, where you find a log of your registration activities. What have you registered for? What have you opted for? When is the test going to happen? You can complete your registration fee payments or whatever it is from this section. And then my submission section is not relevant for a lot of us here. And similarly, there's a my performance report section. This is the section where all the performance reports of your performance, past performance reports, such as your TPO reports, your TQ reports, your micro credential reports, everything is going to be available here. Of course, I haven't taken up an assessment because I'm a part of Senta. So, but for those of you who have taken up past assessments, your performance reports are going to be available in this section. And then there is a my achievement section here as well. So so what we've started this year is uh, for all teachers who are Senta achievers. When I say Senta achievers, I mean people who have a Senta TPO rank or a good Senta TQ score, which is like above 50. We've started giving those teachers from the community a digital badge, which a digital badge which will help them to carry their achievements at all the times. So for those of you who have a good TQ score, or who are TQ winners from the past, your digital badges are going to appear in this section. And then yeah, so those are some of those some of the sessions that we've gotten out of the way. Now the next section is the quizzes and survey section. And Padmaja ma'am, I think, had a question on quizzes and surveys, and this is where we are, ma'am. So this section is, as I said, as the name denotes, quizzes and surveys section. And this is the section where we keep on adding quizzes on different topics. In case you are a social studies teacher, if you are a science teacher, if you're a mathematics teacher, if you are, a primary school teacher, you can see a set of questions here. Now, let's say take up a quiz for middle school science. And as I said, this is the section where quizzes appear. So we can see the questions. Please feel free to take them up, and with every quiz or every question, there will be a detailed analysis of why that question is correct or why that option is incorrect. And you'll also get a score at the end of the quiz. So um, for weekly quiz, why don't you give elaboration with correct answers? Sure, Radha ma'am. For some quizzes we do, for some quizzes we don't. But I'll pass on that feedback to our team, and we'll definitely have detailed analysis for the weekly quizzes as well. And I just saw a message from Soma ma'am. I have sent a brief description about myself for Senta Wall of Fame. I've seen the badge, but is it mandatory to share it on Facebook? No, ma'am, it's absolutely not mandatory. But we would encourage that you post your badge on Facebook as well, so that other teachers in your network and your friends and colleagues also know about your achievement. And I would like Soma ma'am, thanks a lot for joining the session. Soma ma'am is one of the earliest members of the MyCENTA community. We've known her; she's been a part of the community since 2015. So and the community is 160,000 teachers strong now, and she was one of the first 100 people who joined us back in 2015. So thank you, thanks a lot, Soma ma'am, for the continuous encouragement. Um, what about Hindi? Sure, sir. We will definitely be adding more quizzes in Hindi as well. We will be adding quizzes in Hindi. We will be doing that. And so yeah, so that was on the quizzes and surveys section. And I'm sorry, I'm just rushing through things here right now because we have lots to cover. But this app is with you at all times. This video is going to be there. So, please feel free to watch this and explore the app as per your convenience whenever you'd want to do it. This is an absolutely free app. Resources are free. Quizzes are free. You're free to apply for opportunities. All the webinars in our series are free. So please feel free to explore it at any time or place of your convenience. Um, so, okay. So that was on the quizzes and the survey section. Now let's come to a couple of more really critical sections in the app. So we are now going to explore the learning section in a bit more detail. So at the bottom bar of the app, are you able to see a section that says learning? And there's four options there: home, careers, learning, and forum. So if you're able to see the learning section there, please click on that, and we will go to the learning section. So this is this is what you should see when you go to the learning section. Now this is a bit important, so I'm just going to slow down a bit and just make sure that all of you are on this page. If you are on this page, could you give me a yes or thumbs up? Anjali ma'am is on this page. Wonderful to know that, ma'am. um, okay. Yes, okay. So this is what we call the learning section in the MyCENTA app. And Sapna ma'am, if you're not so Sapna ma'am, on the home screen, if you're on the home screen, at the bottom you'll be able to see four buttons: home, careers, learning, and forum. You just need to click on the learning button, and you'll come to this page. No ma'am, no Ranjana ma'am, there's absolutely no criterion for contributing or writing blogs in Senta. uh, in case you feel that you have a story that you would like to share, if you have a poem that you would like to share, if you have an article, or if you have some tips which other teachers would benefit from, please send that to us at team@senta.org, and we will feature it on the MyCENTA home screen as well as the MyCENTA blog section. We're going to do that. Frederick sir, absolutely no issue. Welcome to the session. No problem. The video is going to be there on YouTube, so please watch it at your own pace. But just make sure that you have m.centa.org open on your phone, my center open on your phone, so that you are able to do this with us. And this is more about doing and not just passive listening. So just open up m.centa.org on your phone, sir, and we'll do this together. Venkatesh sir, thank you, thank you. Okay, Deepi ma'am says screen is small. Actually, yeah, because I'm doing this on my phone right now. So, but if you open m.centa.org, you should be able to follow. Yeah. So, sure. Okay. So now we are on the learning section of the app. So what do we see here? We see here three sections right now. We see a section on learning resources. We see a section on online courses, from Senta and affiliated partners, and we see a masterclass session as well. So these are the three sections that we see in the learning section of MyCENTA. And we've got someone joining us from Nigeria, Okumaka Unekwe. Good afternoon. I know, yeah, I think it must be 1 o'clock in Nigeria right now. So it's a good afternoon, but it's a good evening in India here. So so we these are the three sections that we have in the learning section of MyCENTA. First section is learning resources. Now this is the section where we have free curated learning resources for you to look at and explore at your pace. Now, so for example, and we've organized them into different buckets. We've organized them into tech in, like some of these buckets are technology and education. Then there's a bucket on content development and planning. Then there is a bucket on classroom communication. Then there is a bucket on assessment and remediation, professional competencies, and so forth. Um, Now, for example, what the reason behind this section, or behind this, the buckets, or brackets, was that a lot of teachers, have reached out to us in the past saying that, see, I'm looking for a resource on this. say classroom communication, but when I Google for that resource, what happens is a bunch of resources come up. I don't know which one to look at, which one is good. Should I go with this, should I go with that, and all of that. So what we've done to help you in that in that thing, for this, is we've curated a set of resources for you. And uh, uh, and we've organized them into different categories, so that what happens is, if you're looking for a specific resource on a specific competency, or say classroom communication, you don't need to Google for it. All you need to come to my center, see if that resource is there, see what are the resources that are there for that specific category, and then you can read those resources. So let's say I am a teacher and I am quickly keen to explore something on classroom communication. So let me click on classroom communication. um, okay, what happens now is I see classroom. I see a little bit of a description on what I can expect in this section. And there are three further categories in classroom section, which we call aspects of classroom communication in our in our language. So there we have something on classroom communication techniques. We have something on delivery of content, how the contextualization needs to be done, what should the pace of the lesson be, how should individual attention be given, and so forth. And we have something on basic communication skills. Now let's say, okay, I want to explore something on delivery of content. So I'm going to click on delivery of content. So what's going to happen is, we are going to get a brief overview of what exactly delivery of content is. It's almost like a learning objective, like this is what's going to be covered in the resources in this section. This is what this thing is, and this is what is going to be covered. And you scroll down, you read. Of course, it's a quick read. It's not going to take you more than 2 or 3 minutes to read it. You can read what all is there, and then what you see are the tiles which are connected to the different resources, related to what was it? We were looking at delivery of content, related to delivery of content under classroom communication. So I go through the different tiles. Okay, so the first one says engagement. This looks interesting. So let me click on engagement. So what's going to happen is you're going to get a brief overview of the resource. That's what this is, the resource. This is the resource. This is the language it's written in. This is the complexity level. And this is a gist of the resource. And you will see a view resource button in there. And when you click on the view resource button, what's going to happen is that resource itself is going to open up. So so that's the resource, how to keep kids engaged in classroom. If you're looking for resources on helping you with your classroom engagement, please read up the resource. And once you are done with the resource, click on the done button at the top, come back, and if you liked the resource, please rate the resource. Now this is very important, because this helps us to know, or this helps us to understand, if you liked the particular resource or not, if you found the resource relevant or not. And this will help us to make our curation exercise for teachers better, and give you better quality resources going forward. So that was a resource on classroom communication. So similarly, as I said, you can go back and explore the other sections, other learning sections in the app. So similarly, if I'm looking for something on content development and planning, let's assume. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the content development and planning button. And again, as was the case with classroom communication, um, you see the different sections in the inside content development planning, such as learning objectives, pedagogical content knowledge, methods and resources, planning for instruction, and so forth. And again, there's an overview module for you, which is a quick 5-minute read for you to get an idea of what this section is going to cover. And within that, you will have a bunch of resources related to PCK in content development. So for example, this looks interesting, and say inquiry. And as I said earlier, a pop-up's going to appear with a gist of what the resource is about, and you can click on the view resource button, and that resource is going to open up. So that's how that's how you navigate through this section. So please do it at your own pace whenever you have time. Go back to my center and explore the various resources that we have. We keep on adding resources at regular intervals, and whenever new resources get added, you will get an email from us, saying that a new resource has been added, and you can come and see it. So that's how this section works. And as I said, it's important that you rate the resource so that we at Centa we know which resource is good, which resource you're not very like you're not liking, so that we could remove those resources and replace them with better ones. So your feedback is at all points, as in all activities, is super crucial. So Shruti ma'am, we'll be sharing a feedback form with you, and towards the end of the session, please fill that in, and the acknowledgement record is going to be mailed to you tomorrow. So so that's uh, do you want to take a couple of minutes to explore this section in a little bit of more detail, and maybe we can then come to the other part of the learning section? Would you want to do that? Mm, Meanwhile, I'll just try to see if there are any. Frederick, sir, it's m.centa.org. I'll type that in, sir, for you. No problem. So I'm just putting this in the live chat section, Frederick, sir. Please sign in here, and you will be able to access the app like all of us are doing right now. Um. Okay. Um. Uh, Akshini ma'am has a question. Why do we need to see it on YouTube always? Sure, ma'am. So the reason why we do it on YouTube and not on other platforms like Zoom and Google Meet is we did that earlier, when the lockdown began, but we just realized that those platforms were restrictive in terms of the number of people who could be admitted and who could watch it live. So that's the reason we switched to YouTube. We switched to this platform because it allows us to reach out to as many teachers as possible, and it works in a similar way that you're able to see the screen that is shared. If you have any questions, you can type that in the comment section, and we'll take it up and answer. That's the reason why we do it on YouTube. So Shanaz ma'am says it's her first session, but she will attend upcoming session. Absolutely, you're very welcome to do that, ma'am. We have lots and lots of sessions lined up for you. Please attend, all the sessions, and I'm sure that you will find value in those. Um, I'm just seeing if we have any more questions. Uh, Okay. Oh, Ranjana ma'am, I just saw a message. Ranjana ma'am is saying one of her teachers is a very good Sanskrit teacher. She was a bit upset seeing TPO, seeing there's no TPO for Sanskrit. Please add it. Absolutely, ma'am. We'll try and add Sanskrit as a language as well in TPO for the upcoming editions. We'll do that for sure. Um, right. So, okay. Absolutely, Jugal Kishore sir. We'd love to meet you in person. So the next time you're in Bangalore, do let us know, and we'd love to meet you. Um, Sure, sure. So, Mehak ma'am, sure, Mehak ma'am, we'll get back to you, with the details for TPU and TQ. We'll drop you an email with the details. This session, it's more various components of MyCENTA, so we'll definitely get to that. So, this was the first part of the the my the learning section of the MyCENT app, which is called Learning Resources. So so that was the first part. Now you come to the second part. You just scroll down a bit, and you see the next part of the section, which is the online courses from Senta and affiliated partner resources. Now, this is the section. Now, the resources that we saw in the first section are absolutely free of cost, and they're available freely for you. You can access them anytime that you want, anywhere that you want. So, but the next part of the the section is called the online courses from Senta and affiliated partner resources. Now this is a paid section. So this is the section where you receive where you can see the different courses offered by different entities who have aligned their products to Senta standards. Now, for example, Oxford University Press, it's a world-renowned brand. Everyone, all the teachers across the world know about it. They have the resources or modules, as we call it, on MyCENTA. So OUP, you see this tile called OUP. Just like you clicked on the competency tile above, click on the OUP tile below, and there you go. You have the different modules from on Oxford University Press available in MyCENTA. So you have modules on use of tangrams. You have modules on elicitation in classroom. Okay, and I think you have. Apologies for that. I think I got a call, so my connection got lost. I'm just going to connect back again. Please give me a minute. Is my screen visible again? Um, could you do a yes or no if my screen is visible again to you? Okay, yes, okay, thank you. Thank you. So yeah, we were at the OUP part of the app. As I said, there are different modules which are available for teachers from Oxford University Press, which you can purchase. And all of these are very economically priced. It's just 360 rupees, I think, for a module. And if you like a module, you can add it to your cart, purchase it, and within 7 working days, you will see the modules with you. You will have the modules, and then you can do it at your own pace. So so that was those were the modules from Oxford University Press. Similarly, we have modules from for the math teachers among you. We have modules from Hey Math, and similar depending on what class you teach. If in case you are teaching, say, middle school math, then we have modules on numbers and operations. We have modules on geometry. We have modules on algebra. And okay, so in case you want to see what exactly is in a module or what a module contains, you simply click on more details, and you get the details of it. You can then add the module to your cart, and then proceed towards purchasing it. And as I said, within 7 working days, you'll have access to it, and then you can access it wherever you want, whenever you want. So that's the paid resources section. Similarly, there's a new section that we've added in the in the learning section, which is called master classes. Now, for those of you who we are organizing a master class this in the middle of this month with Mr. Sripati. So those of you who attended the session yesterday and liked it, please go ahead and register for the master class. We're going to have an 8-hour course in the middle of this week, in the middle of this month, and where we're going to be focusing on mathematics. So all you mathematics teachers out there, in case you liked the session yesterday, please feel free to register for this masterclass. We are going to be talking about how ancient Indian scriptures, how mathematics from ancient Indian scriptures is relevant for contemporary math syllabus, be it primary school, middle school, secondary school, whatever. So that's what this section has. So so that was a very quick overview of the learning section in MyCENTA. So So yeah, that's that. So we've covered just a quick overview. We've covered the home screen, we've covered the quizzes section, we've covered the learning resources section. We've seen how we can register for the different webinars. We've seen how we can how we can access different resources, both free and paid. So that's what we've covered thus far. And Aindrala ma'am says the contents of OUP tile are not updating. Could be a temporary network issue, ma'am. It's working for me, so maybe if you try again in a bit, you'll probably be able to access the modules. So so Mr. Shivaraj had a question, and Shivaraj sir was asking, can we connect with other teachers to develop our skills using the given resources and make a collaboration for some research oriented project or something like that? Which brings me to the next section of my center, and it's a section that we've received numerous interests or rather numerous requests from teachers over the years, and that's the reason that we thought that we'll have this section. It's called the My Center Forum, and the My Center Forum is it's just the place that you found the learning section. You'll see another button called forum there, so I'd request you to click on that. So just like you clicked the bottom bar of the home screen, where you were able to see the four options: home, careers, learning, and forum. So just that place, just click on forum. So that's the place that you can use to access the MyCENTA forum and connect with teachers from across the country. Pushpavam, the learning section is in the bottom bar. We just covered that. So please watch the webinar in case you joined us just now. So you'll be able to explore know the details in that. So yeah. So we here we are. We you click on forum button, and that's what you see. You should see this page. This, as I said, this is a space for you to ask questions in case you have a question in your mind, and you're not able to connect with other teachers in your network immediately. What you can do is you can come here and post your question, or in case you feel that you would want to get inputs from other teachers on something, you can post that here, and get inputs from other teachers on what they feel about it. You can comment on other people's threads, you can share resources, as Shivraj sir was saying. You can support fellow teachers with their professional growth, and so forth. So this is the learning this is the MyCENTA forum. Now what we need to do is we need to start we need to click on start discussing now. So what happens then is you will be taken to the MyCENTA forum, which is the place where all this discussion is going to happen, right? So yeah, so this is the MyCENTA forum. For some of you may not be able to access it because this requires your profile section, like at least your first name, last name, and email address to be filled in for you to be using this MyCENTA, for you to be using this section. For some of you whose details are not filled in, this might not work. But please fill in your details in the profile section, and you will be able to access this section as I'm doing right now. So so this is the section, as I said, where you can start a conversation, interact with other teachers, post a question, share resources, and so forth. Now for example, let's say there's this thing that someone has posted this question, and it's a teacher, and she says there are a bunch of comments on this, so we're going to scroll up to see what the question was. Right. So someone has posted, teacher technology. What are your views on online or remote teaching and learning? So someone's posted this question, and just below that, teachers have started engaging in a discussion on what they feel about this about online teaching and learning or remote teaching and learning, and that's the beauty of this section. So it's a space for you to interact with other teachers. It's a space for you to connect with other teachers, share what your views are, see what other people think about it, and and just as I said, clear each other's doubts, help each other become better, and so forth. So this, the latest thread in this comment is, as a teacher, I always wanted to teach something to my pupils, but I personally believe this, and all of that. So this is the section. Now, in case you feel that there's something which there's a comment which catches your attention, and you would want to reply to it, you can just click on that crooked arrow that's there. You just click on that button, and you can type in your reply. And I'm just going to reply, yes, I uh, absolutely agree with you, ma'am. So, and while I'm doing this, I can share a link. I can share, a document in my comment. I can do anything, and I hit the reply. So as soon as I hit a reply, the other person it's like Facebook in some ways, right? All of us use Facebook. So as soon as you hit reply, the other person gets to know that that the other person has, someone has replied to my comment. So let's see what the person has said, and then you can have that discussion. So that's the beauty of this section. So as I said, you can use this to interact with other teachers, you can use this to share resources, ask questions, and so forth. So that's what the forum is. And we've just seen how we can reply to someone. We can maybe also try creating a question, like posting a question, asking a question from someone. So if you want to do that, on the top right corner you'll see a new topic button. So you click on the new topic button, and what you can type in here is, say I want to ask a question. I'm looking for good resource on content development, let's say. So I'm just going to say content development resources. That's what I'm going to type in here. And I'm going to type in, hi, can someone please share some relevant resources? I'm just going to, and I'll also put this in the content development section, so that someone who comes in, you know let's see if we have a content development section. No, we don't. So, oh yeah, there's one on lesson planning. Maybe we can put in that. So I'm just going to click on create topic. So what's going to happen now is, when other teachers come to the app or come to the forum section in MyCENTA, they will see that someone has posted a question on relevant resources. So that's how on content development. So in case someone comes in and they feel that they have good resources on content development, they can come in here and uh, you know uh, uh, you know uh, 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 you know uh, partake in that discussion, share resources, and so forth. So that's how this section of the MyCENTA works. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to take a break, and okay. Gopal sir is saying, can we have more quizzes subject wise so that we can get to brainstorm on more in depth concepts and applications? And the answer should be with complete solutions after the quiz. Sure, sir. So on the second part of it, sir, yes, we do have that. In some of the quizzes that you would have seen, you will see, a question comes and then, the correct answer comes after that, and you also get a score. But we'll definitely try to add more, quizzes in the coming days. We'll definitely do that. Pushpa ma'am says there is different pricing for the same course, online course 2500, 3000. The one, those are different, types of courses, ma'am. One comes with certification, one is just a course without certification, and the other is just certification. So that's the reason for the price difference in the courses. Vandana ma'am, is there any terms and conditions to join MyCENTA? No, absolutely no, ma'am. There's no terms and conditions at all. You're free to use the app. Free to access resources, free to take part in quizzes, free to interact with other teachers, and so forth. So that's how it is. And what I'm going to do is, of course, I'll paste the link to the feedback form in here. I'm going to do that, but I'm going to also leave you all for a few minutes to explore the app at your own pace. And in case you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to answer. and we've got ample time, so we'll make use of that. The feedback form link has been pasted here in the chat live chat section, so please use that. Um, I'm gonna just stop sharing my screen then, and just leave it to you to ask questions. Padmaja ma'am, how can I add my center on my mobile home screen? So ma'am, as I said, you need to open m.centa.org from your mobile browser. And when you open that, you will get an option there which says, in case you're using an Android phone, which says add my center to your home screen. You can just click on yes, and the app is going to be added to your home screen. And whenever you want, you can open it like any other app, and start accessing it. Mm. Pushpa ma'am has a question. Thank you for answering me, sir. How to find out the difference between different certification courses for the same? Okay, ma'am. So it's in the title itself. So it will be either if it's just certification, or if it's course plus certification, or it's just course. It's going to be in the title itself, ma'am. Sayan sir says, can we have classes on accountancy and taxation? We haven't done a webinar on accountancy and taxation as such, sir, but I mean, we'll take that feedback and we'll try to organize some sessions for those subjects. We are going to do that. Um, you're not able to access the feedback from link, is it? Let me just check for it. The link seems to be working, so could you try again? I've just pasted it here just now. So, okay. Othu Raju sir is saying feedback submitted. Thank you, sir. You'll get the acknowledgement record in your email inbox tomorrow. Thank you, Anita ma'am. Okay, Priyanka ma'am says would like to know more about Senta points. Thank you, ma'am, for the question. Yeah, I didn't touch that section, but yeah, the idea is to reward you for every activity that you do on My Senta. So when you take up a quiz, from the quizzes section, you get a set number of points. When you refer someone to add teachers, to the community, or refer other teachers to join My Senta, you get some points. When you say rate a resource, you get a set number of points. When you take up an assessment, you get a set number of points. And so in the future, in the coming months, we will be providing you a platform where you can exchange these points for some things, like some paid learning resources, some what do we say courses or modules that we just saw. So you could exchange those points for that. So that's what's going to happen in the future. So what I'm also going to do as a final thing is, in case you liked the app, what I'm going to request all of you to do is just one final thing, and which is refer your teachers in your community to join My Center. So how you can do that? I'll just share that with you just now. So the feedback link is shared in it's shared in the chat section, and I'm going to post it again here. So okay, Pachuri ma'am is saying feedback is done. Thank you, ma'am. Thanks a lot. So Vita ma'am, the link has just been shared now in the chat section. So please do that. Please use that. And so what you can do to refer, if you like the MyCENTA app, and if you would want other teachers to join you on MyCENTA, what you need to do is you need to click on the red banner, that's red, or rather the red bar that's there on the top of the home screen. Now, what happens here is, when you click on that, you get the option to refer, your colleagues to join you on MyCENTA. So this referral can be done either on WhatsApp or on SMS. So I'm just going to do WhatsApp, and what happens next is WhatsApp's going to open up, and so you can see who you want to reach out to, whom you would want to invite to join my center, and you just click on the send button, and they'll get a message from you. And what happens is, when the person signs up using the link that you used, you get 50 my center points. And I was telling Ms. Upadhyay, that we'll be using the points. You can use the points for getting access to modules, some of the paid sessions and so forth. You could use those credits towards that. So that's how this the system works. So all you need to do is click on the red bar that's there on the top, choose WhatsApp, send the link to your connects, and then start and refer them to join my center. Yes, ma'am. You will be getting an acknowledgement record on email tomorrow. Please make sure that you filled in the feedback form. And okay, Parama Ghosh ma'am says she's filled the feedback form in. Thank you. Thanks a lot for that, ma'am. Thank you. You're welcome, Vijay Lakshmi, ma'am. Thanks a lot. Ranjana ma'am is saying that it has become a part of her routine that every Thursday from 5 to 6 p.m. she attends our webinars. Wonderful to know that, Ranjana ma'am. Thanks a lot. Sai Subbalakshmi ma'am says, our center exams for computer science teachers. Yes, we do have a test track in computer science, ma'am. We do have computer science as a test track. Please, feel free to register for that and take it up. Priyanka ma'am says that she's attended piles of webinars and finds Senta notches above. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, Priyanka ma'am. Really, really encouraging. Pooja Vyas ma'am, not able to open the link. Which link, ma'am? Are you talking about the feedback form? If that's so, I've just pasted that again here in the chat section. So that's uh, pretty much it from our side in this session, and I hope you liked the session, and hope you have some takeaways on how you can start using my center more effectively and make it a part of your daily routine, not just to register for our sessions, but also explore some of the other sections of the app, such as the learning resources section, the forum section to interact with other teachers, the quizzes section to get a quick dipstick view of your strengths or areas of development, and so forth. So, Prabha ma'am, what is the way to get the feedback form? The feedback form, ma'am, we pasted the link a few times in the chat section, live chat section. So, please, take it from there. Rashi ma'am says anything for English would be appreciated. Absolutely, ma'am. Is it for English communication that you're looking for a few sessions on English communication? We'll definitely do that. Okay, sure. Thank you, Smriti ma'am. You'll get the acknowledgement tomorrow, ma'am. Thank you, Andrila ma'am. I'm glad that you liked it. This was just, of course, a session on my center. Other sessions are much, much more interesting than this, for sure. So, yeah, request you to join us for other sessions. We have an upcoming session on, we have an upcoming session on Google Forms, how you can use Google Forms for evaluation, which is, we have this session on 15th of October, which is the next Thursday. So please register for that and try to attend that session, ma'am. History and civics, innovative methods to teach history and civics. That's a very good webinar topic. We'll definitely try to have, include that. KRK Menon sir is saying how to access Senta badge and for that for what purpose we can use it. Menon sir, as I'd mentioned earlier, badges are awarded to teachers who are either Senta TPO rank holders across any year, or have a Senta teaching quotient score of above 50, or have a Senta micro credential. So this is a way for them to digitally show their achievement to the teacher community, and that's the reason, that's the purpose of having the badge. And it helps you to carry your achievement at all places. It's on your phone inside my center at all times. You can share it on LinkedIn, you can share it on Facebook, you can share it on Twitter, you can share it on WhatsApp, and you can add it to your LinkedIn profile as well. So that's the use of the my center badge, sir. Sapna ma'am, thanks a lot, Sapna ma'am. You'll get the acknowledgement record tomorrow. Webinars on English grammar will be helpful. Absolutely, we'll try to do that, Nicolette ma'am. We'll do that. Yes, ma'am. This session is going to be available on YouTube. Gopal Jain sir, can we have good content on creative thinking? Sure, sir. Sure. Okay. Okay. Absolutely, Anuradha, ma'am. Sure, we'll try and get more, sessions for you. We'll try and definitely get more sessions for you. Feedback from submitter. Thank you. Thank you. How can we use lateral thinking in teaching? I'm just going to make a note of that. That sounds a very interesting topic for webinar. So I'm going to make a note of that. Lateral thinking for teaching. I've just made a note of it. We'll definitely try to organize something. When it will be, when we'll have a session on maths again, Vandana ma'am, we're going to have a session master class with Sripati, who conducted the session yesterday. It's going to be an 8 hour long session in the middle of this month, 19th, 20th, 26th, and 27th of October. So please, use, try and attend that one. You can register for that from the learning section in MyCENTA. The feedback form has been shared again, sir. Okay. Uh, it'll be sent by noon tomorrow, ma'am. Minima. Hindi for Hindi, sure. Srilata ma'am, it will be 5 to 7 p.m. All our sessions happen 5 to 7 p.m. The math class is the math master class is going to happen. All our other sessions are 5 to 6 p.m. This, of course, was 5 to 6:30 p.m. Uh, Psychological theories and their educational implications. Absolutely, another interesting topic. I'll make a note of this. Okay, sure, Sapna ma'am. We'll try and add you to the WhatsApp group again. Sure. Thank you, Sanchari ma'am. Thanks a lot. Teaching science effectively. Sure, we had a session on teaching science effectively, ma'am, sometime in July. So it's going to be there. It's there on our YouTube channel. Please, feel free to watch it at your convenience. It's the recording is there. Sure. Online classes made more interesting for students. Yes, we've done a session on this. It's again on our YouTube channel. Please, watch it at your pace. Kindergarten. Sure. Sure, ma'am. Sure. Dennis Palonza, sir, has a question. Can we make it personalized? It's a fantastic question, sir. The My Senta app is still, I would call it still in its initial stages. We are definitely trying to make it more, to improve the app in all respects. And personalization is definitely a very, very important part of, this whole journey. And we will definitely be working on personalizing the app experience for you. So we will definitely be doing that. Yes. तस्लीम सर कह रहे हैं कि एक वेबिनार सोशल साइंस पर भी करें. जरूर सर, जरूर हम सोशल साइंस पर भी वेबिनार करेंगे. We'll definitely do that. Suman ma'am, I've appeared for TQ for taking part in Olympia. Do I need to register myself again? No, you don't need to, ma'am. In case you are, one of the top 5,000, scorers in TQ, you'll absolutely, directly get entry into the TPO Olympiad finals. You can do that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Okay, Nayana ma'am, not a problem. Sure, Nayana ma'am, please make sure that you fill in the feedback form. It's not a problem, not a problem at all. Sure. Separate orientation on TPO, ma'am. Purvi ma'am, if you go to a YouTube channel and see and search for a webinar which says Art and Science of Answering TPO Questions, you will be able to see the webinar where we have 4 winners from TPO who shares tips and strategies on how one should go about answering TPO questions. I'm sure you'll find that useful. Please, do that. So Kanya ma'am, I'm posting it again here. Please, do that. Please fill in the feedback form. I'm just trying to scroll through some of the comments. Social sciences, definitely. We'll try to have a session for social sciences. सुनीता मैम जरूर हिंदी में भी हम ऑर्गेनाइज करेंगे webinar for sure. On improving teaching skills, Akanksha ma'am, that's a bit generic, but we will try to do something on those lines. Absolutely agree, Jugal sir. The children should be given, moral teaching as well. Definitely agree with you. Naina ma'am, I've shared the feedback form in the chat section. How can we submit our creative writings like story and poems on MyCENTA? Sayan, sir, please email it to us at team@centa.org, team@centa.org. We will please send that to us and we'll feature it on MyCENTA for sure. Please feel free, not just Sayan sir, anyone who feels that they would want to share their poems, creative writings, whatever it is, articles, uh, any tips, please say mail them to us at team@centa.org, and we'll feature them on MyCENTA. Harjeet Kaur, no problem that you joined us late. No problem. This video is going to be there on YouTube. Please watch it at your own pace. No problem. Sure, Radha ma'am. Important point. I'll make a note of it. Lesson planning for online teaching. Again, an interesting subject. We'll definitely try to organize a session on that. Thank you, Pradeep sir. Thanks a lot that you liked the session. Irom Usharani ma'am, I'm pasting the feedback form again in the chat section. Please fill that in. Session on early childhood development, Maria David. Absolutely, Maria ma'am. We'll try to do that. Wonderful, wonderful suggestions coming in. Great suggestions for us. Sure, Aarti ma'am. We'll do something in Hindi for sure. Pushpa ma'am says conduct digital sessions for video editing, Prezi, PPT. Sure, that's again an interesting point. Sure, Charumati ma'am. I know the sessions were clashing, but we couldn't arrange it at a different time. But we'll definitely make sure that sessions don't clash in the future. But I'm really happy that you liked the TIS session as well. Thank you, Charumati ma'am. Anjali ma'am, is there a TPO for economics? No, Anjali ma'am, we have TQ in economics. Teaching quotient is available in economics, but TPO isn't. So you can register yourself for the teaching quotient. Phonetics, sure. English literature, grammar of secondary and senior secondary level. Hina ma'am, the feedback form has been shared in chat numerous times. I'm going to share that again with you. Thank you, Ruchi ma'am. Happy that you liked the thing. Someone was asking about MyCENTA points. If you can just rewind the video, a few minutes back, I just spoke on it. So, please, take a look at it. Just basically a way for us to reward you for, every time you use MyCENTA, every time you refer other people to join MyCENTA. Just a way for us to do that. I think it was Safilos, sir. So, yeah. Zarur, Sindhu ma'am, we'll organize a webinar in Hindi. Parama ma'am, we've done a couple of webinars on science. It's there on our YouTube channel. Please, feel free to go through them. Yes, Sai Krishnan sir, we have shared the feedback form in the live chat section. We're going to do that again. So please, do that. अनिल पुरबिया सर जरूर हिंदी में भी जरूर करेंगे हम वेबिनार्स इंग्लिश में करते हैं हम हिंदी में भी जरूर करेंगे a workshop on tally. I'm not sure if we can do a workshop on tally, but that's definitely an interesting suggestion. We'll definitely try something on these lines. Bhagya Roy, ma'am says, please include a section for improving connection between a teacher and student for freshers. Uh, sure, Bhagya ma'am. So last week we had done a session on how teachers could improve their relationship with students in an online environment, and that is related to that session is on similar lines to what you just asked for. So please go through that session, and I'm sure that you'll find that useful. Sure, coaching for sure. Um, Computer science grade agnostic means that it's not specific, it's not related to a grade, like it's just going to be middle school computer science or primary school computer science or secondary school. There are going to be a fundamental set of questions on computer science that we expect teachers to know. The test will focus on that. uh, Absolutely, Jugal sir. TPO means Teaching Professionals Olympiad, means Prasad. So that's what TPO means. It's our international competition for teachers, happens every year. This year it's fully online, 2 stages. You can take it anytime, anywhere. You can take it from the comfort of your home. So it's a national international competition for teachers. Child mental health during COVID pandemic. Sanchini ma'am, there is a series of sessions which is already going on this. We are collaborating with Tata Institute of Social Sciences on a series of webinars for mental health. So on my center on the home screen itself, you'll see the banner where you can register for this. Can you please, you can go ahead, click on that, register for that, and you'll be sent the Zoom link to attend that session. So please do that now. Thank you, Kamal Jain. Performing arts, sure, sure. We actually did a session, Prabha ma'am, back in July on music and how music is so very important, especially in today's scenario. With this lockdown going, and how music is important to help students maintain sanity and learn better. So definitely would love, you. I think you'd love that. So please, it's on our YouTube channel. Please go back and watch that. Absolutely, Anjali ma'am. We already have economics as a subject in teaching quotient. We'll do that for the TPO as well. Some session on dealing and handling troublemaking parents. Sure, we'll do that. Thank you, Pema. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Sai Prasad, yes, there are multiple sessions on math. We had one yesterday. We are organizing a masterclass in the coming days. So please feel free to attend that. School guidance counselor, absolutely. Assessments and life skills. I'm just getting some very brilliant suggestions for the sessions. So I'll definitely do that. Thank you, Gopal sir. Thank you. And so it's 6:30, and we've almost out of time. Thank you once again for joining me on this Friday evening. Hope you have a wonderful evening ahead. Hope you have an even better weekend ahead, and wishing all of you all the very best. I hope that you had, a good time exploring my center. I definitely had a wonderful time exploring it with you, and I hope that you start making my center an integral part of your daily life. You use it for professional development. You use it to access learning resources. You recommend other teachers to join my center using that red bar on top. I hope that. So thank you, Aruna ma'am. Who stay safe, stay blessed. Thank you, Aruna ma'am. Thanks a lot. I look forward to seeing all of you next week on 15th of October, and we will have another exceptional facilitator. I'm not going to be facilitating the session. We'll have usual business. We'll have a facilitator, and we're going to be focusing on how Google Forms and Padlet can be leveraged to make online teaching or online or assessment in online teaching more effective. That's going to be the theme of the next session. Registrations are already open on My Center. You'll get also an email from us on that. So please keep an eye on it and register for the session and take part in it. Hope you filled in the feedback form. I'm going to paste that for one final time. So and you'll get it tomorrow. You'll get that acknowledgement record tomorrow. Thank you, Venkatesh sir. Thanks a lot, and thank you, Prabha ma'am. Wishing all of you a wonderful, wonderful evening ahead. Thank you. Thank you.